Hey sippers, welcome to our show. While we're spilling, grab your cocktail and start sipping. Get ready to unwind with your girls.
Thank you for joining us for Cocktails and Conversation with your girls. I'm your girl, Miss Jones to you, and I'm your host for tonight, and these are my beautiful co-hosts.
Hey sippers, I'm Shay Marie.
Hey sippers, it's your girl Primp and Proper.
Hey everyone, I'm Shataz.
We are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night at 8 p.m. Make sure that you're following us on Facebook and Instagram at Cocktails and Conversations. And most importantly, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now get comfy because tonight we are discussing, can a relationship work if you belong to two different religious or political groups? And also we will discuss Toya Wright and her daughter Reginae Carter twerking away for the gram. Remember, we want you all to chime in, so leave your comments below.
All right, sippers, this caramel apple mimosa is fun and unique treat that's great for a girlfriend's getaway, brunch, or cocktail hour. To make this drink, combine 1/4 cup of apple cider, 2 ounces of caramel vodka, and champagne for that bubbly taste, along with a few spices. After dripping the glass rim into caramel sauce, you're ready to go. All right, ladies, let's try these caramel apple mimosas.
Yes.
Okay, so my actual drink does not have the caramel vodka. Mine's just simply apple cider, cinnamon sugar,
Yes. What
And-
else? Caramel sauce.
plus caramel sauce. Honestly, mine tastes really good. It just tastes like the dipping sauce when you have apples. It's really tasty. I
Really?
just would like for my drink to have been a lot cooler, like real cold coming out. But
Okay.
besides that, it's good.
This, it's okay. It's not great. It tastes like an apple pie. Do y'all
Yeah, it
get that?
does. It does. It does. It does.
Yeah.
Well, I love cinnamon, so I'm okay with it. It's a little unique, something different. I would prefer it cold, but other than that, it's okay. I like it.
I don't like it because of the cinnamon.
Oh, you're not
Really?
a cinnamon
You're not a
fan?
I'm not in my drink.
Okay.
And I love champagne, but it throws me off with the cinnamon. The apple was good.
Tonight's question is, can a relationship work if you belong to a different religious or political group? According to an article that I read on Global News, the National Household Survey shows that 4.6% of all common law and married couples were in mixed union, meaning different religious and political groups. While the hope is that couples can share common grounds in many areas, a different religious or political belief can present a problem down the line. But the most important asset in these relationships is respect. So ladies, with that being said, in your opinion, can a relationship work if you belong to a different religious or political group?
So, I think a relationship can work. I would say it may work better. Not better, but like if someone is in a different religious group, I think that may work out a little more better than if with different political parties. Because, you know, people in their politics,
And you're heated.
yeah, and then imagine you're in the same household voting for different presidencies, but anyway, your 2 votes cancel out each other. So basically, you know,
There's no point in voting.
exactly. So, but I can imagine the arguments for different political groups. As far as religions, I think that if you just respect the other person, then maybe it can work if you don't try to force your religion on that person. So I'm a Christian and I would date someone of another religion. I don't know if I would date someone who's an atheist though.
That would be hard.
That will be hard. But of another religion, yeah, I would, as long as their religion is not forced down my throat. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Statistically, it's proven that if people who are in the same religion People who are in the same religion have happier households than people who are in different religion.
Really?
They have what?
People who are in the same religion, their household is a happier atmosphere than people who are in two different religions. So I can see how that factor as far as can happen, because it is a respect thing. If you're gonna downplay what I believe in, and I'm gonna downplay what you believe in, it's never gonna work. We're gonna constantly always be arguing. It's always gonna be a lot of back and forth. So respect is the number one thing. You respect what your spouse believes, and they respect what you believe, and I think that it shouldn't be a problem. One of the things that I read that was like truly profound is it said that if you actually participate in your spouse's religion, tradition slash fundamental practices, yeah, it makes it a lot better, because here you are, engaging, even though that may not be your belief, but showing your spouse that you're willing to, engage in it, and that you don't believe in it, it says a lot.
Yeah.
So, for political, I don't think I could date someone who doesn't believe in the same. I don't want to say I'm Democrat, but I guess that's what I'm labeled as. When I go and vote, I'm a Democrat. But if somebody voted for Trump, I don't think I could date you.
Really?
I just feel like you would have to give me some good reasons as to why you voted for him, or like what.
Can I interject one
Yes.
second? I think when you get to a certain tax bracket and you start to see the taxes that's coming out of your money, your check, and then I know these people sitting around doing nothing,
Yes.
I can easily, I'm borderline Republican. I don't
But that's why.
I was gonna switch during the campaign. I was gonna switch until he won the nomination. I was like, okay.
Right. When you go through like economics and stuff, you learn certain things. So it's like, I don't know why I'm Democrat, but it's like I'm for the people. It's not to say I agree with everything Democrats agree with. Sometimes it's some things that Republicans agree with, and I agree with it too. So I'm just like in the middle. I just choose whether the person is right or not. I don't really choose between party, or if you're a Democrat, I'm just going to automatically vote for you. No, that's not how I go.
So you can be an independent.
Exactly. But like Tom Ford, he didn't vote for, he has a lot of money. He's a Democrat. Why do you think he's still a Democrat? Yeah, he may have a lot of higher tax bracket and maybe taxed more, but he understands what's the importance of being for the people, because he didn't always have the money. And he knows like Republicans, they're not for the poor or middle class people at all. I just feel like even I could date someone that's a Republican, but looking at what type of person you choose to vote for, because then it shows what kind of person you are. I would just have to have an understanding. So that could be probably worked with. It has to require a lot of communication. And as far as religion, I don't really care for religion because I feel like it separates us. But I do believe we do have to have the same beliefs, because for me, for other people it may work, and I have seen and heard that it does work, because I know some people who are Christian and they're Muslim and then they work out, or somebody that's atheist and they're Christian and they work out. I don't know how it works out, but it works for them. They'll be together for like 13 years, 15 years. And I'm like, how? Don't know how, but as for me, I don't think I can. Because sometimes when I want my husband or my future boyfriend to pray for me. Yeah. And if I don't know who you praying to, I need to know who you praying to. Don't say God, because what I've learned, some people will say, yeah, I believe in God, and God to them is the sun.
The universe.
The universe. No. I need this prayer to come specifically to my. Don't play with it. So I just feel like we have to be evenly yoked. As for me, equally yoked. And I remember I dated someone who was an atheist. Oh,
really?
God. Yes. So I didn't know he was an atheist. He was Caucasian, and I liked him. He was so cool. But I always realized, and I wasn't even into church at that time. I was young. I was like 18. And I just realized we used to always get into that argument. He was like, okay, so who created God? And I'm like, what? Like, I don't know, but I just know there's a God. I just know there's a God. And we would always resort to that. And it came down to it like, okay, if you marry somebody and they believe in going to church and believe in God, what are you going to do? He's like, oh, I'll just fake it. And I was just like, oh, what? Like, he'll just go with the flow. So I was just like, I just couldn't. And I think that's how we like drifted apart. We like stopped communicating and stuff. So no, I don't think I would be able to. But it does work for people, so.
How about you, Shabazz?
Well, I've always said there's two things I don't debate about: religion and politics.
That's the truth.
So if we don't have common grounds, I can't be with that person because I'm not going, I need peace in my house. I can't be debating with you about not believing in God or Christianity is bad, religion is this. I can't do it. I can't do it. As far as politics, I'm for the people. Will forever be Democrat. So therefore, I can never date someone who's Republican. Like Primp and Proper said, it works for some people. For instance, SZA, who's an artist, her father's Muslim, her mom's Christian, and it worked for them. And as she got older, I guess she chose whatever religion she wanted to partake in, and that's great. But for me, I don't think that would work in my household. You're not gonna force anything down my throat. And like they say, well, I don't know. I've heard that when you get married, the woman should follow the man's religion.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna follow atheists or Muslim. No offense to any Muslims, atheists. You know, I respect y'all, but I can't do it.
I knew somebody who, this is actually well, let me not tell you exactly what she is. Right? I'm gonna say, yeah, because that's her business.
Get in trouble.
Yeah, so her husband was Muslim, and I think she was Christian. And, you know, certain things, like when you have to, work in the church or do certain things, and he couldn't understand that. So he would get so mad at her. And they were married for a long time, but eventually they ended up getting a divorce. And she said that it was because he was so religious, and it was like he was shoving down his religion down her throat. She was like, every day it was a constant battle. Every day it was something. So I can just piggybacking off of what you said, there was just no peace. There was no peace.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just wish I knew how it worked.
What do you mean?
Like you said, SZA and her parents.
Yeah, I would love. I don't know.
Do you guys know what?
Like you said, it's no peace unless they're not practicing it. They're
Like
religious.
strongly in the religion?
Yeah.
Well, they do say that once you're with someone who's not in the same religion as you, your relationship with your God that you praise is not as strong.
That's
because
biblical,
Really?
too.
Yeah, they say that. It's statistically it is proven, because you can't being in a relationship, you can't praise your God or be soaked in your God or the word or so on and so forth, because the person that you're with is not. Does that make sense? So it kind of makes sense, because if you were dating somebody who was atheist, you know, sometimes you get to praising in a house and going to anoint the walls and stuff like that. So if you're dating somebody who's atheist, people are like, what is going on here? You're not gonna want to do that in front of him.
I have a friend who dated this guy who was an atheist, and he would get so irate because this girl would walk around the house and pray.
Really?
Because she was not at peace. And like literally, he wanted to kick her out her own house.
You know what?
Her own house.
That's the.
That demon.
That's right.
Her own house. So I was
When you
like,
get to that
girl,
anointing and
let
the
me
walls
fast
and all
for
that
you. I
stuff.
had to go on a fast for her.
Oh, you're a good friend. That's good.
I will fast.
Well, I have a question. Knowing that we are single, okay, what would you do if you meet a guy, right, and you're interested in him, but then when it comes down to the religious part, he says he doesn't really have a religion, or but he believes in God, and he said, oh, he knows of a Christ, but it's not like really for sure, so you just really trying to fill him out. What would you do? Like,
Well, I dated someone for about 7 years who was kind of like that. He would say the man upstairs or somebody up there is looking out for you, because like I'm blessed, so the blessings follow. And for example, there was a period where you know, one time someone broke into my mom's house and stole all my brother's things, like his video games, his this, his that.
None of your stuff was touched.
No, but I wasn't living there.
Oh.
But that was one incident. Another incident, my brother had a dirt bike with a chain around it on a pole in front of my mom's house. One night somebody stole that. Don't you know, both times the police caught the kids who broke into the house and stole all of his stuff while they were walking down the road. Got all of his stuff back. The second time, they caught the person who stole the dirt bike. And it's like, he was like, I was telling the guy about it, and he was like, well, there's somebody upstairs looking out for you guys. And, you know, so to me, would you call him an atheist or what?
No, atheist.
I don't know if I would call him an atheist,
Right.
but
would you still stay? And because it's just like you're in between. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
But I was with him for 7 years, and I would be like, if I'm stressed, so I'll be like, pray for me. You gonna pray for me tonight? He was like, yeah. I talked to him like he a Christian.
It's not gonna work.
It's not. Why you say?
I'm not gonna give time frame or anything.
Right.
I dated someone who wasn't a believer like that, and there were times where I needed prayer and he couldn't help me. Like, I would literally have to call someone on the phone to help me pray through what I was going through. And I felt like once I broke up with that person, everything that I was going through spiritually stopped happening.
Really?
So
That's
you
spiritual
gotta-
warfare.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
That's good.
That's my experience.
Yeah.
Real life.
Yeah.
It's serious. So
I don't know. I think it's like 50-50 because you didn't necessarily say the person was an atheist. You just said they're just not there. You, at one point in time, you were not there with God either. Or you were not there as far as your beliefs. You were not there. You were not there.
But
You
I acknowledged it. The fact that they don't, when people
they're
are not clear.
But this is the thing. Sometimes it takes somebody, you don't realize that you're not clear. You understand what I mean? You don't understand once you've reached a certain level or plateau with God, or as far as your beliefs, you understand like, oh wow, what I used to think as a believer or when I was just getting into it, it's not what it is. Like, this is completely, when you truly have that relationship, you understand. So I just think that you can date someone and they probably haven't been steered. They probably was going to church or believing because their parents did, but never really truly had a relationship. So because they see you have a relationship and they see how God is truly in your life and manifesting in your life and what he's doing for you, it kind of opens their eyes to say, you know what? Let me open my eyes to see what my spouse is. Let me see what she's going through. Let me see what you understand what I mean? I think that it can work two ways. I believe in the spiritual warfare, and then I believe that, you know, you can make it can possibly happen. It just depends on the person.
And I think that's what happened in my situation because, like I told you, I was talking to this person like a Christian. I'm like, I'm fasting. You know, I'll go into details. I'd be like, oh no, I'm doing a 30-day fast. Oh no, he'll come in my house. I'll have scriptures up because I'm studying. And what happened is, I remember I talked to him last year and I was like, what's going on I'm doing a fast. I'm doing a reset. I'm going to start fasting. But then I started getting too deep. I'm like, okay, so you know, you're going to be praying and, you know, talking to God. And then he's like, well, you know, there's different types of, like, he doesn't know fully, but I could see just by his mind saying that. And then in all those years, I never heard him say that. I was like, okay.
You rubbed off on him good.
Yeah.
You're a good rub off on him.
Well, that's good. At least, I guess, let the God lead you, right?
Yeah.
Have you all seen the video of Toya Wright and her daughter Reginae Carter twerking for the gram? Do you think it's appropriate for a mother to twerk with her daughter? Is she being a bad example?
Okay, so yeah, I saw the video and like I didn't feel any kind of way about the video. I thought it was fine. They looked like they were having fun. So I don't see it's a problem them twerking, and then I think every black girl should know how to twerk. So definitely, if I had a daughter, I think my daughter need to learn how to twerk. Like we're black women, we should know how to move. You know what I'm saying? However, that's for in the house. That's not for Instagram. And also, I wouldn't want to sexualize my child on Instagram, no matter how old she is. Like, I see a lot of mothers, I hate to call names, but, you know, we on the show. So, so like Evelyn Lozado and what's the other one who's married to Fabulous?
Emily B.
Emily B.
I feel like sometimes the pictures they post of their daughters, it's like they sexual, you know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen them.
I will always see my child as a little child, no matter how old she is. So I wouldn't post provocative or sexy pictures of my daughter. If she wants to post those kind of pictures, then that's on her.
business.
If she want to post pictures of her twerking, it, that's her business. But mommy is not going to do it, no matter how much we do it at home, you know?
Right, yeah.
Well, I agree. I don't think the video was put out by them. Like, I think it
No.
was innocent. You know, they were twerking, having fun at a family gathering. Somebody uploaded the video, and somehow it got to the shade room or whatever.
Of course.
But yeah, I agree. I don't think it was no harm. You know, they were just having fun. Me and my mom and my girlfriends used to have fun when we were in high school. I don't think it's nothing harmful. If you guys watch some of the shows that Toya and her daughter is on, she's actually a great mother. You know, she doesn't play that.
She's stern.
And yeah, she's very stern. I like her parenting skills. I don't think the video was any harm. She didn't try to, you know, sexualize her daughter or whatever. I agree with you also. Like, I wouldn't upload pictures of my daughter, like sexy pictures. If she want to do it, she can do it. I don't want her twerking on the gram, no, or for anybody. You know, but you can't control what young adults do. But if that's what she chose to do, don't let me catch you.
Even if she 21?
I don't want you to do it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, so I didn't take anything, no offense by it. They were having a good time. Like I said, I see her parenting skills. She's a great mother. You know, she does a great job. It's whatever. It is what it is.
I seen the video as well, and I just felt like it was, I don't want to say innocent, but it's just like a mother and daughter having fun, and it wasn't recorded by them. Because sometimes you see these videos on Instagram where the mother is in the bathroom or they're at home and they're purposely recording themselves like it's like a freak show.
Really?
Yeah, like it's just like, what? Your mother's doing? Then it's like, that's a bad example. But they were at a party having fun. I just feel like it was nothing. Some people may say it's distasteful because they're twerking and it's recorded. But if it's done, it's the fact that it was recorded and it got to the shade room and that they're celebrities. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see no problem with it. But as for me, when I have a daughter, I don't know how to twerk that well. I twerk with my I twerk for my mom. I know my mom is like, I know this girl's so crazy. Like, she'll be sitting down eating and I'll just like start twerking in front of her. She'll be like, what the? I don't know. That's something I do to my mom, like as a joke, because I know she doesn't like it. But me and my mom never twerk together. I don't know, but we have danced together or whatnot. I don't know. But when I have a daughter, I don't think I'll follow her on social media. Just to avoid that, because I have unfollowed family members who twerk.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because if I can't say anything, because I'm the type of person, I'm going to comment. And they'll probably, oh, why you coming? Okay. You're right, you grown. So let me just keep my opinions to myself. And not see it. So what I do is unfollow. Because I cannot see it and not say anything.
Okay.
It's like, what kind of attention? I don't feel like Toya and Reginae were trying to seek attention. They were just having a good time at a party. It's a difference when these girls put on these twerk videos with their mom or their. It's just weird, and it's for attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you trying to get out of it? I don't know.
I think one of the things we don't think about is we have to think about the age difference too.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that Toya and her daughter are, I'm not going to say very close in age, but they're young.
They are.
They are young.
13 years apart?
13 years apart. So
Wow.
they're very, very close in age. But the video in itself, I did see the video. It's tasteful. No cheeks hanging out. No, it's not provocative. It just looks like they're having a great time. Now, I've seen videos with parents actually posting, their daughters and doing videos. One particularly, I actually like her, but I don't care for the videos she posts up. Is Delicious. I don't know if you guys remember Delicious.
Queen.
Well, that walk is everything, sis. I'm not even gonna lie, but you know, Delicious from Flavor. Delicious from Flavor of Love.
Yeah.
Her and her daughter, they do these videos that I'm just like, I look at them like, sis, this is a little too much. Like, you know, and when you have these grown men, like let's say they turn around and they start inboxing your daughter, or they start saying stuff that's disrespectful, they will, because they don't care. We have the trolls online. You can't even be mad because you put her and yourself in the predicament to be disrespected. You understand what I mean? Not that I'm saying it's right, but it's the videos are inappropriate. As far as for Toya and her daughter, I see nothing wrong with it. I just see two girls, mama and daughter, having fun.
Yeah. Well, we would love to keep the tea spilling, but unfortunately, we're running out of time. But you can keep the conversation going by leaving your comments below and on Facebook and Instagram at Cocktails and Conversation.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for Cocktails and Conversation with your girls.
Good night.